bipartisan group of senators is trying to cut off the civil court terror trials at the purse strings, proposing a new bill to block federal funding for any of these trials. Republican Senator Orrin Hatch is one of those 8 senators and serves on the Intelligence and Judiciary Committees. Welcome. Thank you very much, Senator. Good to see you. Let's talk about this because one of your colleagues, certainly on Judiciary Committee, Pat Leahy, has made it very clear in a statement that he issued yesterday. He says federal courts have proven time and time again that they are capable of handling terrorism cases. They have successfully tried hundreds of terrorism cases. In stark contrast to that record, very few of the detainees held at Guantanamo Bay have been brought to justice through military commissions. So what's the need for legislation on this? The administration says that it has been done in the past. It's been there's a letter, in fact, from the Attorney General Eric Holder to you all today saying that since September 11th attacks, the practice of the U.S. government, followed by prior and current administrations without a single exception, has been to arrest and detain under federal criminal law all terrorist suspects who are apprehended inside the United States.
Well, they've never tried anybody like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind of the 9/11 fiasco and killing of 3,000 Americans. And by the way, who knows what else he masterminded? You know, we spent $75 million creating a state-of-the-art court right there at Guantanamo. It'd be a perfect place to try him. We then amended the military commission law so that it would be absolutely accurate in accordance with the Supreme Court. It's been used time and time again and ought to be used in this particular instance. The American people are tired of this game. They don't believe you should bring these terrorists like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to the United States and subject our communities and our citizens to that type of danger when you have a totally capable institution right there at Guantanamo, built for that purpose, that could do it in a totally acceptable way and not have nearly the problems that we're all expecting from a series of trials in this country. And why should we treat these terrorists like regular citizens? Why should we give them the rights of regular citizens? These are enemy combatants. They are not civil criminals. They are enemy combatant terrorists.
Well, let me ask you, I know where you stand on Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, on the question of Abdul Muttalib and whether or not he, having been arrested in the United States, and more appropriately, that's what I should have been referring to when I read you this portion of the Holder letter, because that's what he's talking about in this case. What do you think about the civilian trials being used, as they have in the past, for someone like the Christmas Day bomber?
Well, keep in mind, you heard the administration say that, well, they allowed 50 minutes of interrogation. You can imagine why some of us have been so upset about it that they immunized him with the Miranda rule, and then basically he quit talking. Well, you can see that 50 minutes wasn't allowed because apparently they did the right thing. They asked the family to come and talk to this young man and get him to open up and speak some more. But it shows that there's a lot more you can get than what you get in 50 minutes, and certainly with experts in interrogation, which in this case wasn't the case. So look, the very things I've been complaining about, they're starting to come around on, except for these trials in this country. Now, this young man, there's no question he comes from a fine family. His father warned us about it, and I hope the family has come, and I hope he does open up and tell everything he knows. But that shows that the 50 minutes wasn't enough time. It shows that the people down at Justice are not doing what's right here, and we've got to have the best people handling these things, or we're putting this whole nation at risk.
Well,
and then
I think the timeline that they have released indicates that they questioned him, but then he had to go into surgery. So this was a medical procedure that mandated stopping any kind of questioning at that stage. Let me switch gears for a second.
That's yes and no. That's yes and no, Andrea. The fact of the matter is that they should have finished the interrogation, and they should have brought in the high-intensity group to do the interrogation. People are totally skilled in handling terrorism.